Thank you so much, Nadira. I'm John Duigenan, the global industry leader for the financial services industry in IBM Technology. And I'm here with Shanker.
Yeah, hey, I'm Shanker Ramamurthy. Delighted to be with you. I'm the global managing partner for banking and financial markets in IBM Consulting.
Lovely meeting you. Today we're going to discuss life vital aspects of fintech and how this IBM shaping the future of the financial technology.
Well, thank you for the question, Nadira. IBM has been working in AI for many years. Since the unleashing of generative AI on the world, IBM launched the Watsonx technology. It's an AI platform designed to be used by enterprises. It has three parts: Watsonx.ai, which is a studio used to build and train generative AI models; Watsonx.data, which is an open data lakehouse, enabling clients to place their data and then their model training assets wherever they need. And Watsonx.governance, which is a whole governance capability around the full end-to-end life cycle of model lineage, design, and performance over time. And so we're applying that across multiple use cases that are highly relevant to our regulated clients in financial services. Customer experience is often the first starting point. Removing friction from a customer experience through a virtual assistant using generative AI, taking out the friction, being contextual, working across any channel, with contextual recommendation, instant decisions, instant fulfillment. Then we're innovating employee productivity because it's associated with huge industry KPIs. And we're doing that by automating and integrating and orchestrating middle and back office processes. Think of KYC, think of onboarding, think of regulatory auditing compliance, think of payments and securities processing. And last but not least, we're thinking about how to increase developer productivity massively by using generative AI to understand existing code, some of which could be 40, 50 years old in many of our institutions, and working with that code in new ways, opening it for new users, translating it to Java. And our enterprise clients use those capabilities enormously because we deliver all of that with trust and do it at scale. And that AI runs wherever our clients need it to run, including on premises. The only AI provider that can do trust and hybrid all in one package across a comprehensive platform of capabilities.
From an IBM Consulting standpoint, clearly we leverage all the IBM technology that John Duigenan was talking about, plus also any other technologies that our clients are already using or are planning on using to achieve the four outcomes. Again, very simply, everything to do with customer interaction and engagement, everything to do with operations in the middle and back office, everything to do with risk and regulatory compliance, which is a huge theme where generative AI has got a major role to play, and everything to do with the whole software development lifecycle end to end. And we do believe over the next 3 to 5 years, virtually every line of mainframe software code is going to get re-architected and optimized for the mainframe and for the hybrid cloud environment. And we are extremely excited about the potential of generative AI, leveraging all of IBM's capability to achieve outcomes for our clients.
Well, Nadira, that's a big question, but there's a simple answer. IBM is an ecosystem-focused company, and we think about AI and generative AI as a team sport. IBM relishes the open ecosystem as a way of innovating quickly across thousands of potential AI models, not just one or two, but thousands, across a vibrant community. And that community includes software vendors, startups, established companies, consulting partners, delivery partners. And so our fintech ecosystem is so vibrant. They are delivering capabilities that maybe some of the older firms and older banks can only dream about delivering. But it's in all of our interests to bring existing technologies and new technologies, existing companies and new companies together. And taking an open ecosystem approach is how we deliver that. And it's a vibrant ecosystem right now.
Yeah, and on the consulting side, what John said is right on. And on the consulting side, we start with a client first mindset, client first with a point of view. And the point of view would be wherever we have an ecosystem partnership relationship, we bring it to the client. But if the client's got other partners they want us to work with on the consulting side, we would, because it's all about driving client value. So I'd very simply say, if I step back, there are three technologies that truly matter at a macro level. One is hybrid cloud, the second is AI and generative AI, and the third is quantum. Here is the way I would frame it. Hybrid cloud is really yesterday and today. So we've been on this journey for a few years, and it's relatively mature, but with a long way to go. And we are doing a lot of work, and IBM technology is invested hugely in the hybrid cloud. AI and generative AI, I would frame it as today, tomorrow. We are about 18 months, 2 years into the generative AI journey, and we are on that exponential curve with a lot more to go. Quantum computing is tomorrow, day after. It's probably 3 to 5 years out. Having said that, there are aspects of quantum computing around quantum safe cryptography, which are important for financial institutions today, because encrypted data is stolen, can be decrypted in a year or two or three. So you got to think about data that's got longitudinal value and start figuring out how to use the right quantum safe encryption capability today to prevent problems 3, 4, 5 years from now. So that's the big picture view of how we think about technology. There's a lot of nuances that John can dive into.
Well, I think you said it perfectly, and I don't want to add to that perfect answer. So Nadira, we can think about generative AI, especially in the context of the EU AI Act, as a giant burden, a terrible, onerous obligation. Or a better approach would be to say, actually, being able to demonstrate that AI is trusted and governed for our financial services firms and for our ecosystems is actually a huge source of competitive advantage and benefit. So it's either obligation or benefit. We take the view that this is benefit for our clients. Being able to demonstrate that they have complied with the regulations of the EU Act is a huge step forward. And so that means being able to demonstrate a great understanding of the data that was used to create a large language model. What was in that data? Where was it sourced from? Is it free of plaintiff use ability? Is it trusted? Is it free from intellectual property or liberation? Is it correct or is it subjective opinion? And so that's a starting point. And anyone who's putting AI into production needs to be able to answer those questions. Over time, we also need to be able to measure the performance of generative AI models. And IBM is unique in bringing that offering to market, not only for the models that we create, but we can also measure and monitor other AI models from other vendors across the huge ecosystem. So our clients are turning to us saying, help us with this regulation, help us be compliant. And we know that you as IBM are able to do that across platforms, across model providers, across technologies. So IBM has created a unique position in terms of trusting us. Well, I would say client success stories. We are so excited to see how our clients are using IBM technology and what they are creating. The other thing that is crucial is what are we all in the open ecosystem and in the AI community, what are we learning together? And I think by creating successes and also learning the hard lessons, we are, as Shanker said, powering that journey forward.
So I'd say the next phase is all about implementation, execution, unlocking economic value. We did a couple of surveys, and I'll give you some data to articulate what I mean. Only 8% of the banks around the world that we surveyed are implementing generative AI enterprise-wide. 80% are doing proof of concepts and pilots. And we think over the next year that 8% is going to become 80%, right? Now, 60% of the CEOs say that generative AI is strategic to what they need to accomplish. We just finished a major CEO study talking to over 300 banks around the world. Over 50% of the CEOs said that getting the right IT talent to achieve the outcome is a challenge.
Massive.
And the third thing that they talked about is 75% of the CEOs talked about it, that having the right ecosystems and partners is key to achieving business outcomes, right? So we need to bring the whole village together, IBM technology, what's available in the market, what the clients want to do, bring it all together to achieve outcomes. And I typically ask CEOs and senior executives 3 questions in the context of generative AI. One, is your strategy ambitious enough? Because the world is going to change in banking over the next 3 to 5 years. 2, are you really executing fast enough? Because this exponential curve is hurtling at you, it's accelerating at you, and you've got to be really on an exponential curve of learning. 3, do you have the people and capabilities to achieve the outcomes? If not, you want to leverage the ecosystem and you want to do it now. Do it now.
That's right.
That's right. Like really, also I liked your statement about that you are the community-driven company. So you are just like growing. You are like-minded. So community with like super strong professionals from different backgrounds, and I'm really inspired. Thanks a lot for your feedbacks, John, Shanker. Really nice meeting you. IBM Money 2020 Amsterdam. So stay tuned. Financial IT Nadira Sadekwa. Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.